Good morning again, everyone. Just me driving again in my car, so welcome back for another car ride conversation. Just giving another kind of check-in, seeing how everyone's doing. Hope you're all having a good week. Thursday, so we're made it past the midweek hump. Weekend's in sight. Not sure where everyone's located, but at least where I am, it looks like the weather's supposed to be pretty good this weekend. So looking forward to that. Going to actually finally get a chance to maybe get some stuff done in the yard that's been getting put off all year. But today I was actually thinking about this morning. It's my kid's last day of school for the year, and as I look back on the year, it amazes me how much both of them have grown as people, both in their education as well as just being well-rounded people, their personalities, maturity. They're still they're still young and they're still learning. They still have things that they can improve on, as do all of us. But it just amazes me how much they've grown during this past year. They both have a decent core group of friends that they like and appreciate. They have different activities that they both love doing, and they're both looking ahead and looking forward to what's to come for them during the summer, like what activities they have, as well as what the next new school year will bring, because both of them are starting new schools in the fall. So they're both looking forward to that. They haven't said it, but I would expect that they're both a little on the excited side, but also maybe a little anxious, just not knowing what the change is going to be. They've been at the same school now for a number of years, and originally the plan had been to probably keep them there until the school till the end of the grades that school has, but for both of them, for different reasons, we've made the decision to move them off to new schools starting in the fall. So I'm a little excited. I'm definitely a little nervous for both of them because I don't know what that new school year will bring in the new school. But I also think it's a good opportunity for both to have a change of environment, a change of people around them, and really let them grow even more into the people that they are and the people they want to be. So I'm looking forward to it, and I'm pretty sure they are too. So that's kind of what I've been thinking about this week, because it's, as I said, it's our last day of school. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be there to pick them up today. I have to work, but in previous years, I know the kids are probably a little disappointed I won't be there, because in previous years, I have driven into the parking lot blasting some Alice Cooper schools out as I come to pick them up on the last day of school. But I won't be doing that this year, so but when I come home from work today, I can always do that as I drive up the street to the house, see what they have to say about that. Yeah, beyond that, I just think it's a good time to just talk about family. It's amazing and not just family, and when I say family, it's not always just immediate family, it's the extended family that you have, the friends you have that are like family, and the fact that having that network is amazing, and I know not everyone's lucky enough to have that, and that to me it's sad, and I definitely feel bad for those people who don't have that situation or have that structure or support structure around them to be there and to be able to share in the good events. My kids growing up and things along those lines, birthdays, celebrations, but also be there to support you during the tough times. In the past couple of years, I've I found myself out of work a couple of times through layoffs and being let go and other things, and it was very hard. And my family, my wife specifically, was extremely supportive, and it was amazing. What she took on, specifically my wife, there was just the sheer amount of stress of how are we going to figure out the money, how are we going to figure out paying for things, how are we going to do all these other things. And she was basically just the rock that whole time through the process, while we were trying to figure it out, all at the same time basically being my biggest kind of cheerleader and supporter as I was dealing with the stress of job searching, which, if you've ever done it and done it recently, you know it's not always the easiest, and it's not always the quickest process either. My specific examples I went through this past time I was out of work, it would end up being almost 6 months where I was out of work, and during that time I got quite a few emails back, but then a lot of radio silence, no contact, no information. There was actually a month, probably about a month and a half, 2 month period where it didn't matter what I did, whether I reached out to people, whether I sent in applications, whether I followed up with people I'd previously spoken with from companies. There was just no movement, no contact, nothing from virtually anybody. And it became very distressing and very kind of, it was very depressing for me. I probably went through a period where I was a little depressed, very uncertain about what was going to happen. We had to eat, because of the length of time and the fact it was the second time in about 2.5 year period that I had been out of work due to layoffs, that we'd had to eat through quite a bit of our savings to just be able to make ends meet. And through all of it, my wife was there supporting, both financially through her job as much as it would support us, as well as kind of emotionally. She was there to basically be the stability for the family, because I know I went through periods where I was almost disconnected, but also then at the same time I would be very short, and I would snap at the littlest things just because I was not in a good place. So it's been a rough couple of years in terms of that. But through all of it, my wife has been my anchor, and I would have been a lot less. It would have been a lot worse of a situation and not as easy. I would have struggled a lot more to get through it without having her to just keep propping me up. And unfortunately, through all of it, through part of it, she was the brunt of my frustration at times. She got to deal with me being very short and snappy and at times, and I feel horrible about it, but it wasn't intentionally. It was just a combination of the situation and everything else going on and the stress. But I definitely appreciate her for that. And yeah, I'm getting a little emotional just because I probably don't tell her often enough how much I do appreciate it, and how much it actually means to me that she's there and does this and does all of the things she does for the family and has done for me through the time we've been together. So that's, yeah, I definitely don't tell her enough how amazing she is. So, yeah, sorry that I got off on a little bit of a tangent there. Yeah, I was just thinking about the things that I was kind of reflecting on as the kids' school year came to an end, and I went down a different path. So that's just kind of my check-in today. Basically, it gets back to, I think everyone should have, in some form or another, a support system. And whether it's immediate family, spouses, friends, acquaintances, everyone needs to find that outlet who can be your point where you can kind of let things go without crossing the line, but also know that they'll still be there for you because they understand what you're going through. And I know not everyone probably has that, and those that do are extremely lucky. So that's what I was just thinking about. So yeah, that's kind of what I've been thinking about today. Otherwise, moving on, thinking about more positive things. As I said, my kids are out of school now for the summer after today. So looking forward to them getting to be kids, go play, just enjoy themselves. They'll be doing a few different activities during the summer that they'll enjoy. So yeah, looking forward to that. And then hopefully get some time to for the family to just relax and do things and enjoy the nice weather, hopefully, that we'll get this summer. Yeah. And on that note, I'm going to wrap this up. So thank you all again for coming back and joining for another car ride karaoke. Not karaoke, that's a different thing. Sorry, a car ride conversation. And yeah, I appreciate all of you. If you've listened to this, I'm sorry I kind of ramble, but that's what I find these type of sessions are good for. Just kind of lets me get things off my chest. And hopefully there are people out there who may appreciate it, and it may help them kind of look at things a little bit differently. I'm in no means here to provide counseling and support, but if people are ever in need, you should always try to find, in whatever outlet, a way to find some sort of a resource or channel to be able to handle or let out your concerns or have some sort of support. I know it's easier said than done. But yeah, I want to thank you again. If you appreciate these and you enjoy watching these or any of my other content, please feel free to like and subscribe. Otherwise, if you don't, that's fine. I appreciate if you've watched this one. And if you have any questions for me, I do try to reply to all the comments that I receive. So, yeah. So if you have any questions, comments, feel free to leave them and I'll try to reply. Thank you again. Bye.